I was wondering if they still made these. Do y'all eat these? I do. I haven't had these in many of years. Many of years. All right, let me get to the door. I'll be right back. Hey, Mark. Oh, no. Ready? Hey, no, just yesterday. Then when y'all leaving, not to San Diego. Y'all been to Puerto Rico already? Not yet. Okay. Love it. All right. Yeah, look in that drawer where we put the car keys at. The second or third drawer, your house keys is in there. Hey, y'all. Now I'm back. Had to get to the door. Second born prodigal son just got in off tour. Yeah, he'll be leaving back out in a couple of days. And we thank you for letting us be ourselves. Yes, we do. I want to thank you, all the guys, and they creator Sophia. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm going to chew this up here and let y'all listen there. Try not to talk and eat at the same time. I don't know what is the problem with my music and my special effects not showing up on my soundboard of my in my Riverside studio on Facebook and on Twitch and on YouTube. The audio and the video is showing up, but my special effects of my music and the 20 or 30 different special effects I like using, for some reason, it's something I turned off on this soundboard. But once I pray to all the gods up in the heavens that we all made in their image, they'll sort out all the technical difficulties. My daughter-in-law, Nameli Tatola, Nameli, we call her Melly, Tatola Livingston, and our 4 grandbabies just went back home. They'll be back. They had to go back to school. The youngest ones in daycare. So, and it's a beautiful, real nice daycare. You know, and I pray that no one trespass against them because I will not allow any adult. And I hope you guys do the same with what I'm about to say. Don't allow any adult, any teenager, to trespass against them because I will not allow any human being to go the rest of their testament, their life, without being molested by them. You know, they will not be walk away and live unmolested. I'm telling you, I will cut off their private part. And that's what I mean by molested. I will, if I have to, make the blood turn cold in their veins, not just for my child, my grandkids, my nieces and nephews, my great nieces and nephews, my mama, my sisters, my wife, you know, any women, any little boy, any man that can't defend themselves. You know, I'll just say all the gods up in the heavens and Sophia. And one of their many sons, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and Holy Spirit, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and Holy Spirit, you know, be with me as I castrate them. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You know, like they say in jail and in prison, you know, you can be a mass murderer, a serial killer, a terrorist. Damn it, you can sit right here at the round table in population. But the criminals that's been convicted, and if they've been accused and it's true, that's like a death sentence or torture before death for many of years. That's what goes on. And in the civilian world, hell with the law enforcement and the justice system, passing do justice. We as men is supposed to. And women, whether you're a mother, a grandmother, great-grandmother, great-great-grandmother, a neighbor, a cousin, just a friend or acquaintance. So let me put this on your lap right here. Shannon Sharpe. I'm going to tell you something, right? That might be true. It might not be true of him raping. But I feel sorry for us Black men. We know, even before there was slavery, there's two things that white society do to us. Back then, and even now, and forevermore, as long as there is darkness, like it says in the book of Genesis, in the beginning was darkness. See all this? And darker and darker. Even that white darkness, that white chocolate, the albino, they always accuse us of some kind of sex crime or say that we is full of dotage, crazy. When you repeat that enough, people start to believe in it. But I feel sorry for Black men around the world. And that entertainers, I'll say this first of all, whatever auxiliary of entertainment that you're in, right? Don't you know your casting agent, your promoter, your producer, when they invite you to these matching parties, these all white parties and all that kind of stuff there, right? Don't you know that they have those pretty makeup looking women there? And they been sent on a mission, not an impossible mission, because when they bat their eyes and flirt with you, the Black entertainers, the males, right? And even the females. See, one thing about the entertainment field, they're going to make sure that money that you get stay in the white community. That's why they want you dating them white women. So if things don't go right, first thing they want to do is holler sex crime, sex molestation, rape, whatever the hell do you want to call it. You know, they want to sue for divorce. Give me just a few, like Tiger Woods. Like that dude that played in that Black Western movie. You know the one I'm talking about. That all cast Black Western, cowboy and cowgirls. Came out about 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. And then find out that he supposed to have raped or something like that. That's how they get you back. That's how they keep that white money. Or all that money that you don't paid your dues to go to Juilliard. Or if you just blessed, just like Kobe Bryant and Daryl Dawkins and some other sports entertainers that was born to be an entertainer or sports or whatever it is. They ruin you. I'm telling you, man. I feel sorry for our brothers, you know, and they use the po-ass excuse, and the sisters do the same thing. The po-ass excuse, I ain't letting no Black woman get my money. I ain't letting no Black man get my money, but you give it to that white man, that Jewish man. In my point of view, even on Serena Williams, shit, that shit was set up. That marriage, that relationship from the beginning before his marriage. And then the black women, the entertainers, they get talked into, they so ugly. Their lips is full. And then they start getting them that brake fluid shot up in their ass, like Botox and all that shit there. And then they go out to Rodale Drive or go to Brazil or something like that there. And not even allowed in the jewelry store, high price jewelry store or in the restaurant. Shit happened to Oprah. Shit happened to Serena Williams. Because motherfucker, you showed up, right? You can have all the ID you want. They look at you, they say, no, you just can't be Oprah. You just can't be Serena. And anyone else that got turned away because they went through that artificial cosmetic work done on them. Don't nobody even recognize your ass, even though you sound like that person, got the ID and everything. You know, white society got to take a second look. Even black folks, we got to take a second look at y'all ass. Ain't happy on how the gods that were made in their image made you. But then that's how it goes when you're in Hollywood and Hollyweird, or you're entertainer. That's how it goes. It ain't peaches and cream. A lot is required. Just like Halle Berry had to let Billy Bob Thornton tear her ass up from the back in order to get an Oscar. All she had to do was get her a black man. And see, you brothers and you sisters that's in the entertainment field, right? Or whatever auxiliary it is. See, y'all need to get y'all just a regular ass man, and the women need to get them just and the men need to get them a regular ass black woman, and they need to get them a regular ass black man. And that shit will balance out. Because if you both got riches in form and face, right? You know, it's like putting, you remember in elementary school, right? You put two magnets together, two north ends and two south ends. No matter how hard you try to push them, the forces push away. So you got to have a negative, you got to have a north and a south end that come like this. Or you're going to have two magnets, you got to have an east and a west end coming like this. You can't have two north, two south, two east, two west. They push apart, idiots. This comes from a person, right, that don't have elementary, never graduated from elementary school, high school, been to college once or twice for my two oldest sons' elementary school graduation. And the only time I've been to college or just passing through. And I did all right in life, not knowing nothing. But knowing something get your ass killed. Shannon Sharpe. And then again, all that gayness that people were throwing at him, right? A lot of this shit, you know, messing around with women like that tape, right, was to make people think that he wasn't gay. And my thing is, hell, if you like it, I love it for you. Gayness always been around. Even in the Old Testament, in the book of Philippians, it talks about eunuchs. You know what a eunuch is, don't you? I don't know if it goes for females, but little boys from the age of 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 years old, they're going to the grocery store back in ancient times, emperor's times, Solomon times, all that kind of stuff, kings and stuff like that. They would snatch them off. The king's men would snatch them off the streets as they go into the store to get some groceries for their parents or grandparents. And then they'd cut their private parts off. Many of them, more than 50, 60, 70% of them died because they bled to death after they cut their organs, sex organs off to make them a unit. And quite a few of them survived. And those are what you call transgenders back then. They call them eunuchs, but today they call them transgenders. But back then it was forcible. The little boys, even if it was men, young men that wanted to be like that, they didn't go do that at their own free will. It was on the emperor or the king's request. And they kept them because the king had so many girlfriends and concubines and wives. And when they went on a journey, so like you see the leaders of different worlds, countries today, when they go on a journey to a multiple country, a faraway country, they didn't have to worry about coming back and then they concubines, their wives or their maidens is pregnant. If they're pregnant, they're pregnant by them. But that ain't saying that once they took their testicles out, that the eunuchs couldn't have sex. They probably could have sex if they still had their Johnson there, their penis. They just couldn't bust a nut. So I don't, I don't feel sorry. I feel sorry that Shannon Sharpe and so many other black men, not just entertainers, but black men, not just in America, but on this flat planet, this flat earth, who have and will always be accused and prosecuted and assassinated, hung on a tree, or rape charges, sex charges, or because they crazy. Look at them, they say Wendy Williams crazy as a motherfucker. Wendy Williams ain't crazy. Powers that be don't want her ass out because she knows some shit, or she don't say some shit, even though she ain't said all the shit. So then they look at her because her thyroids and all that kind of shit, and where her body is being deformed and shit. You know that woman crazy. That woman ain't crazy, but it's just too much money that she got that her ex-husband won't. And some of the people on that TV show, the producers won't back. And I wouldn't put it past Oprah ass have something to do with having her ass crucified. Ain't that what the multitude said? Told Pontius Pilate, crucify him. Pontius Pilate said, I find no fault in this man. So you have to take him somewhere else to get crucified. Yeah. This is The Gift of Gab with Uncle Floyd, and I'm Uncle Floyd. It's now 12:42 p.m. Let me hit y'all with a little bit of the weather. Yep, the weather in Long Beach, California. All right, the weather in Long Beach, California. The weather in Long Beach, California at 2:25 p.m. is now 2:43. I mean, at 12:25 p.m. That's right, 25 minutes after the noon hour, and right now it's 43 minutes after the noon hour, almost 15 minutes to 1. It's 62 degrees. Participation is 0%. Humidity 59%. The winds are traveling at 6 miles an hour, and the UV index is 2. So I guess that means it's a yellow light instead of a green light, and that's still good. And surrounding cities in Los Angeles, Inglewood, Gardenia, Long Beach, Compton, Norwalk, Orange County, Temecula, Palm Springs, San Diego, Salton Sea, all the surrounding areas are going to be a little higher, going to be a little lower. So I say this here. See, Shannon Sharpe should have said that he didn't make much money when he had Cat Williams up there. He made more money. On that one show that he did damn near all his career playing football. Telling his business. Somebody say, hey, I got to get some of that money. White woman say, oh, yeah, we're going to come over and plan. Some white man said, I got a plan. This is, Mr. Head-looking face son of a gun, telling us what he got. He want us to take it. Well, what they say about thieves? Oh, no. Stick-up artists. One of my cousins, one of my two oldest cousins, not Barbara Livingston, but Roland Jr. Livingston. They both the same age. They're born 8 to 12 days apart. He in February, she in March. And see, they had a friend. He had a friend, Roland Jr. And he was around some friends. And one of the friends was a stick-up artist. And so one of their friends was talking about all that they had and all that bullshit. And so one of the other friends said, why do you stick them up? He said, well, he told me everything he had. He know I'm a stick-up artist. That's what stick-up artists and them do. Went down the wrong tube. They so good. Haven't ever had eaten something that you really enjoy? Or you drink some water or juice or soda and go down the wrong tube? Same thing. So you don't need to call 911. But yeah, like here where we live at, this home that we live in, this house. We don't own it. Don't know if we're going to live long enough to get to the last payment. But that's all right. And all this shit that y'all see in the background, the motherfuckers come up in here and take all this shit, whether we home or we not. We'll gladly get some motherfucking trash bags, so they can put this shit in. Because it ain't worth nothing. Just that we just get damn towels with some vinegar and water and wipe this shit down, make it look like it's new. Some of this shit is just as old, almost as old as some of y'all kids. So, ain't nothing we got. Ain't nothing we got that we'll hold on to. Because somebody might need it worse. Let them have it, whatever the fucking motherfucker think that is. They think we got, but they ain't got. So they do it to us, they do it to somebody else, and then they be the right motherfucking house that they go to. So they, if we let them have what the fuck they want here. And they be wishing that they didn't. Because the motherfucker ain't getting bailed out when you run to the right one. You get your blood drained out. Like they always say. You ain't gotta do it. This ain't their first time doing it. They gonna run into the right motherfucker that value shit or don't value shit. They gonna trespass, and like the sign say, do not trespass. And you see, I've seen something on social media yesterday. Or was it the day before yesterday? It said, why isn't any black people out protesting like these white folks do? Well, I'll give you one reason why. Some of us. Because when we do that protest, they always send somebody to infiltrate, whether it's the U.S. Marshal, city police, the sheriff, FBI, whatever auxiliary of law enforcement it is. Even though it's peaceful, they always send somebody or somebody will throw something at a cop or something, and then next thing you know, billy clubs come out, guns come out. See, white folks, y'all can get away with this shit that y'all do. Black folks come out there and protest with y'all, guess what? Oh, they'll push our ass to the ground. Let the dogs bite us, pepper spray us, tase us, even lighter than that, shoot us. But they won't do that shit to y'all. You know, it's been proven time and time again. January 6th, prime example. Yeah. Y'all race got away with espionage, burglary, kidnapping, because there was still some people up in there. January 6th, them just didn't get a hold to them, but there's been some people of color that charged their ass with home invasion, kidnapping. It was a peaceful thing what black folks was doing in Trump's first term, you remember? When he came out with that Bible. And before he left the White House to go and do what he was going to do, when he came out the back of the damn White House to go down that street, they had beat, they had pepper spray, they used the billy club to clear a path for Trump. Nobody knew Trump would come. They were just out there protesting. George Floyd, can't breathe. Black Lives Matter. That's a whole new can of worms, too. That's full of shit, too. But yeah. So that's why black folks ain't out there. I mean, there's something out there. There's something out there. Ain't no different than when women rights way back in the 20s or whatever it was, 30s or 40s. Then the black women go out there and walk and protest with the white women. Women's rights didn't have shit to do with the black woman. Back then, no racist white women, they turned their back on the black woman. So now y'all can understand, for those who say, well, why ain't no black people out there protesting? Because they'll follow our ass home. They'll follow our ass home. And that facial recognition shit and that thing that they have, it look like a satellite dish, right? They turn that motherfucker on and it'll melt your insides. So it's so loud that only a dog can hear it. And they want you to disperse, and you don't disperse, they'll turn that wave thing on. Yeah. So there's a whole bunch of reasons why black folks ain't out there. Because when y'all speak, things change. They don't necessarily change right away, or even 50% of the time when black folks do. They say we're disturbing the peace, even though it's peaceful. But when white folks get out there, and it's a trip though, after sports championship for the hockey, football, baseball, college sports, white folks can tear down and tip over cars and shit. They ain't called rowdy. They ain't called thugs. But when black folks do it because they happy that their favorite team won too, they get crucified, tased, dog sick on them, shot, thrown into a concentration camp. So I'm just throwing a little bit of this out there at y'all. Throwing it out there at y'all. Answering the question that was asked on social media, why black folks ain't out there. Y'all don't go through the shit that we do. You don't. And let me see. My wife just pulling up. I'm doing a podcast right now. But let me see if Twitch is up and running. Yeah. Twitch is up and running. Let's see if YouTube I'm doing a podcast. Too late now.
Got my diapers. What?
I get on when I finish.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, I'm back. Y'all seen who it was? the boss, Sherman Robel. I better get my ass up. Well, I don't know where I'll be sleeping. Let's go to Facebook and see what's going on with Facebook, y'all. Let's see what's going on with Facebook. See if we live and in color. Let's see what's going on with Facebook. See if we live and in color. We got that going. Let me go on YouTube real quick and then I get back to. Yeah, but yeah, I'll tell you, man. They wonder. They wonder, why we don't show up. We know what happens when we show up. We gotta say goodbye to mama and daddy, our kids, our wives. They gotta say goodbye to their husbands, their kids, their neighbors. Well, we don't know we coming back. We truly don't. Hey, I got some deer sausage, right? Straight from Louisiana yesterday and some gator. And man, I did some of them pepper jack yesterday. I just couldn't go sleep and wait till the day to warm them up. So I'm gonna go and get me some cream style corn. I'm gonna thaw out me one more pack of that. Then you get 3 or 4 big ass, long ass sausages, homemade. And I'm gonna cut some up. I'm gonna warm me up some. After they thaw out good, I'm gonna rinse them off. I'm gonna warm me up some cream style corn. And I'm gonna cut me some up, throw it in there, and that hot corn, I'm gonna finish cooking it, and then all those spices that's in that deer meat with the pork. Shit, that gonna be some eating. You hear me? That gonna be some eating. And got some alligator. I got some alligator, y'all. That's gonna be so good. So I'm gonna let me see if I can get me a whole gator. It ain't gotta be a big one. Maybe one that's about as big as a yardstick. It's long, 3 feet long. And then when I get it, I'll put it back in the freezer once they ship it to me. And then when I thaw it out real good, I go ahead and go down the middle of that back and take out that piece of fat that's in there. Take away that wild game taste. And man, that's gonna be some good gator nuggets. And then that tail, from the tip of the tail, right? You see it, my taste buds. Everybody got 3,000 taste buds on their tongue. All of them is inflamed right now as I'm talking to y'all. From the tip of the tail, going past the back hind legs. Man, that's gonna be a fillet of chunk right there. And get me some thick aluminum foil. And lay 2 pieces down on top of each other. And throw me some seasoning salt on that. Some green, red, and yellow orange bell pepper on top of that, and some butter. Lay that gator on top of it, and throw some seasoning on it, and some bell pepper. Oh man, some onion, and wrap that sucker up and throw it in the oven. Put it on a baking dish and throw it in the oven and let it do what the hell it do. You know who home? Oh, you know Brody's home.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he in the back. He off today and tomorrow. They go back on tour.
Oh, okay.
So he just come home because he's gonna go to the Damon to get his hair cut. But yeah, that gator gonna be something to eat. You hear me? Sure here. They gonna be something. Oh boy, that deer meat is something else. Oh, and see, if I'd have been thinking, I'd have told my homeboy's sister and her husband when they went back down there in Louisiana from where they born, they bring me 6 to 8 uh, pairs of them big ass jumbo bullfrog legs. Oh man, that's some even. Damn. Mm, mm. I tell you, boy, my taste buds good. Ain't no different than some of y'all's. Some of y'all's, I guess y'all's or mine is different. But yeah, getting back to Shannon Sharper and all them allegations and stuff like that, there, right? I don't feel sorry for him. You know, you put leading white women alone, especially in the entertainment field. You know, he know what happened to Kobe's motherfucking ass and so many other sports players. And what you see, when Ben Roethlisberger got charged, even from back in college, and the 2 or 3 times he got charged in the NFL, they swept that shit, even though it hit the big bold print all around the United States. They swept that shit up under the rug. He didn't have to go to court. He had to go to nothing. The owner of Pittsburgh and them, they went ahead and swept that shit under the rug. They probably paid them girls off. Yeah. If a white person do some shit like that, shit, they get away. All right, you know what I'm gonna do now? I gotta get make me something to eat, y'all. I got some baked beans. I got a can of yams. I've been sitting in the cupboard for about 4 months. I think they've been sitting there longer than that. There, I think I bought them right around Thanksgiving time, so they got to come on out. And I'm gonna throw me a little bit of nutmeg on it. You know, nutmeg, right? It's just like a big opium. You know, that kill pain. Be surprised it just ain't for culinary arts. You'd be surprised. Just like you get you some fresh thyme, some powdered dots, dry thyme that's in the can, just like can of black pepper. Dry thyme, black pepper, turmeric powder, uh, dry or powder, ginger. And you put a tablespoon of thyme in one of those in one of those measuring cups, one of those small measuring cups, like one of those cups. We got like a 5 cup measuring cup. Then we got 1 cup. Put a tablespoon in there of the thyme, and then put you a teaspoon of powdered ginger, and put you less than a teaspoon, maybe a half or less than half a teaspoon of turmeric powder in there, and 3 or 4 pinches. You know, we'll make it like less than a half teaspoon of black pepper. And you boil you some water, and you pour it in that a measuring cup, that glass measuring cup, and you stir it up good and get you some cheesecloth. Get your fine strainer, put it over your coffee cup, put your cheesecloth on top of the strainer. Then you get you another, I got a bag that's a strainer too, and I pour it in there and let it filter all through it. I squeeze it. When I was I throw all that residuals, and I'll put that down the sink. And then I'll get my pot with the water in. I'll fill the rest of my coffee cup almost to the top. Then I get me some honey, you know, because I like my stuff kind of sweet. I'll stir it up, and I'll tell you, that's what the Egyptians used to use for any kind of respiratory problem, whether it's asthma, bronchitis, edema, COPD, anything else that comes up under your respiratory. And you drink that in the morning, you drink it in the afternoon, and you can also drink it at night. Now, I tell you something, that do some justice. You hear me? That do some justice for if you have a respiratory problem. Well, even if you have a cold or a flu, it'll open up all that mucus. Your airways gonna be top notch, like when you was a brand new baby boy or baby girl. All right, let me get up out of here right now. I also want to give another shout out to Aaron Wesley. I tried to call you back. I'm sorry for missing both of your phone calls night before last. I had the grandbabies over. Plus, I took something to help me be comfortable dealing with this, the pain that I have in the right hip, right thigh, lower back. Well, both hips, but right hip's the worst. And then I gotta go in and get this thing taken care of. Coming up soon. The surgery coming up soon. Maybe in about another 8 or 9 days. But I'll let you guys know when I'm going in for this 4 hour, maybe a little bit longer surgery. Hey, I love you all. Today is my dad's birthday and his twin brother. My daddy, Robert Livingston, and his twin brother, Raleigh Ray Livingston.
I'll put this
Yeah, happy birthday to my uncle and my daddy. And then my daddy, stunned by his first marriage before he married my mama, Robert Jr. Livingston. Our daddy and his twin brother were born April 24th, 1933, 32, 33, or 34. And my daddy, my siblings and our dad had a son, our brother. We don't say no half, half sister. We just say sister or brother. We don't play that half. Yeah, I don't half other than my fraternity. I don't have a password. Somebody else got it for me, and if they don't know who he is, instead of giving it straight to you, they're half. My brother, Robert Jr. Livingston, his birthday is tomorrow, April 25th. Yes, 2025, April 25th, and our daddy's birthday is April 24th, which is today. So celebrating a birthday tomorrow. Robert Jr. Livingston from Camden, Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas, right now, him and his lovely wife, Rita, and their daughter, Jessica Rome Livingston. She grown now. She don't stay in Memphis, Tennessee. She stay in Nashville, but happy birthday to you, big bro. I got two second older brother, Jerry Joe Livingston, but he went on to where he at with our brother Lloyd. I wish they in heaven, but I can't put nobody in heaven. I can't put nobody in hell. Hell, did y'all get a chance to see that video I sent y'all 3 or 4 days ago about the pastor? They had one of the members sitting in the front pew, and the member nodded out. Pastor come over and smack him in his fucking face. Then smack him in his face again. Smack him in the back of his head. Then smack him in his face again. And grab him by the back of his collar and his jacket. And snatch him out of the chair out and beat that pastor's ass. Where is the gangsters? Well, there used to be gangsters when this shit going on in the church. You mean tell me there ain't no OG gangsters? Old ones, the young ones, even the gangsters of the day that laid down their sword or their gun. You gonna let a pastor do that type of shit? I mean, you had whatever the name is, Sapp, that Pastor Sapp locking the doors and shit. And they're gonna talk about that. It didn't happen like that. Well, that's how we seen it. At least I've seen it. So many of y'all. Y'all just ridiculous, See, my pastor, man, shit. Pastor Greenwood in Long Beach, California. My pastor. That's a pastor right there. I respect him. I love him, his wife and his family, and my church member. And I don't even go to church because I can't sit still. I don't want to be moaning and groaning. And there's certain things shouldn't be talked about at testimony time. People always telling their personal problems and all that type of shit, whether it's finances or whatever the case may be. Them and their kids, their wives, or their neighbors, or one of the church members. Yeah. Yeah, Pastor Greenwood. Truth of God Ministry. Uh-huh. All right, love you guys. I gotta get up out of here. You know, you can find me on Facebook, Floyd Livingston. It's gonna show up on Riverside Studio. Gonna show up the gift of gab with Uncle Floyd. Then you can go on there on YouTube. You can put in Floyd Livingston 8202. 8202 is Floyd Livingston. Then you can also knock on wood, go on Twitch, put in the gift of gab with Uncle Floyd, and you'll find me there too. Yes, you can. All right, I love you. God bless America. I love all of you, son of a guns. Yes, I do.